Before he died, Avicii left behind a single cryptic message, hidden in what's now believed to be his final diary entry. It read, "The shedding of the soul is the last attachment before it restarts." To some, it was poetic. To others, a final goodbye. But to millions of fans, it sounded like a warning, a signal that something wasn't right. Was Avicii trying to expose something? Was his death truly the result of personal struggles, or part of a much darker story hidden behind the glamour of global fame? His music may have lit up the world, but behind the scenes, Avicii may have been fighting something much bigger than himself. After Avicii's death in 2018, his family released what they claimed were his last written words. Found in a personal diary, the message was short but loaded with meaning. The shedding of the soul is the last attachment before it restarts. Fans immediately latched onto the line, analyzing every syllable. Was it a metaphor for peace? A veiled suicide note? Or a cryptic message pointing to something else entirely? The context was never made public. The original notebook wasn't shown. No handwriting sample, no timestamp, just a single quote, released by the people closest to him. That mystery alone fueled a tidal wave of speculation online, and soon the focus shifted from the diary to his music. Avicii, real name Tim Bergling, wasn't your typical superstar DJ. Behind the flashing lights and chart-topping hits, he was quiet, thoughtful, a deeply sensitive artist who struggled with fame from the moment it found him. He skyrocketed to fame in his early 20s with hits like Wake Me Up and Levels, but the grind of touring, the pressure of fans, and the demands of the industry pushed him to the edge. In multiple interviews, Avicii admitted he was uncomfortable in the spotlight. He suffered from anxiety, pancreatitis, and burnout. He quit touring in 2016, hoping to recover, but insiders say the industry never let go. Even in isolation, the pressure followed. And according to his family, he wasn't made for the business machine he found himself trapped in. What few people know is that hours before his death, Avicii made a final phone call to a family member. According to reports, the call was filled with emotion. Though the exact content has never been released, it was enough to set off alarm bells. His family jumped on a plane to reach him in Oman, where he was vacationing, but it was too late. By the time they arrived, he was gone. Fans have long wondered what was said on that call. Was it a goodbye, a confession, a last plea for help? Or was it something even more chilling? Information that never made it into public hands. The silence surrounding that final call continues to feed the theory that something was being covered up. In 2015, Avicii released the music video for his track For a Better Day. But this wasn't just another EDM visual. It was disturbing, cinematic, and shockingly political. The video follows two children escaping a trafficking ring. They grow up, hunt down the traffickers, and execute them one by one. The villains in the video are elite men in suits, engaging in child auctions and ritualistic gatherings. This wasn't a metaphor. It was graphic, direct, and targeted. Avicii directed the video himself, handpicking actors to portray the traffickers and the victims. Fans now believe it was more than art. It was a message, a coded expose. And they believe that video, more than anything else, is why Avicii became a target. Following Avicii's death, fans began connecting dots between his video and other disturbing pop culture moments. One of the biggest comparisons? Justin Bieber's Yummy. Released in 2020, the video features Bieber surrounded by elites, bizarre food imagery, and children in unsettling environments. Many online theorists believe both artists were using coded symbolism to expose the same thing: elite involvement in child exploitation. The theory goes that both were trying to break from their labels, reclaim control, and expose what they saw, only to be silenced. And while Bieber is still alive, fans claim he faced immense backlash and industry pressure following Yummy. As these videos gained attention, conspiracy theorists began weaving a broader narrative. They claimed Avicii was preparing to release more content that would directly name people involved in trafficking networks. Some said he was planning a documentary. Others alleged he was connected to other figures like Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington, both of whom died under mysterious circumstances. No solid evidence has surfaced. But the pattern, Artists who speak out dying young and suddenly continues to fuel suspicion. And in the case of Avicii, the symbolism wasn't subtle. It was screaming. Since his passing, Avicii's family has largely stayed silent. They've issued a few carefully worded statements. They've expressed their grief, but they haven't shared the full context of his diary. They haven't clarified what was said in that final call. They haven't addressed the theories or responded to the video breakdowns going viral online. Their silence has only made the public more curious. If everything was simple and explained, why not say so? Why not release the full truth? Until those questions are answered, fans will keep searching for clues in his lyrics, videos, and legacy. It's been years since Avicii passed, but his story feels more urgent than ever. A haunting final message, a music video too political for comfort, a phone call that came too late. Whether or not you believe the theories, one thing is clear. Avicii was in pain, and he may have been trying to tell us something. Was his death the result of personal demons, or was he silenced for pulling back the curtain on something darker? That's the question millions still ask. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and make sure you're subscribed. Because sometimes, the truth hides in plain sight.